Alright guys, sorry to tell you this, but apparently many of you won't be able to get rare Pokemon anymore. Alright, so seriously though, what is your opinion on cheating? Are you okay with it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you want them all to be sent out on igloos and rot away for the rest of their lives? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Alright, so here's the deal. Niantic has found another way to stick it to the spoofers out there. Mainly the bot people, you know, the people who go in, they take the game and they download a hack for it, and they put the phone down, and then they go to lunch. When they get back, they have everything under the sun. Those guys, I really don't understand the point of them playing, but anyway, I digress. So, the recent report has it that, basically, if you are a bot user, hack-wise, you can get what's called shadow ban. And if you get shadow banned, you're basically stuck in Pidgey hell. Or Pidgey Purgatory, as they like to call it, where all you're going to find is Pidgeys and Ratttas and a ton of common stuff. Now, while this is funny beyond belief, funnier would be is if guys like that who got shadow banned hatched a 10-kilometer egg and the only thing that ever came out of it was a Pidgey. That would crack me up laughing. But they didn't do that, apparently, so they can still hatch Snorlaxes or whatever else. Now, keep in mind, I don't condone hacking in any which way, shape, or form, except for one which I'll get to later. Here's my thing. Basically, what they're saying is, okay, well, we don't want you to go and find the Snorlax, but we're more than okay with you leveling up like crazy. Now, why do I say that? Because they can go get lucky eggs or whatever they might get, and they get the Pidgeys, and they pop the egg, and next thing you know, they get double XP, and they can use the Pidgeys 12. So you kind of get my point with this. But hey, what do I know? I'm just some YouTuber, right? So the whole idea of this thing is basically to minimize or at least get rid... I don't know. Whatever they think it's going to do, having to do with the spoofing and the GPS, or at least be a deterrent for the whole thing. I really don't think it's going to work. I talked to one guy that I know who has to do with jailbreaking iOS phones, and he basically said if one guy can jailbreak pretty much every iOS that's been out there, basically doing it for no money at all, what's to stop a whole bunch of people trying to hack Pokemon Go? He's got a good point, and the reason I say this is because there's a ton of money involved here. Not exactly when it comes to Niantic, but when it comes to all the patron pages, the donations, the e-cords, and everything else. And if you don't believe me, Google it. This is the second nail in the coffin so far having to do with these people. The first one was a couple of weeks ago, and in as many weeks, where sniping's pretty much trashed, teleporting shot to hell, you can't spin a Pokestop 40 times to get out of a soft ban. Now, with this all being said, people are saying, okay, well, they're still going to find a way to hack. Now, with as much money is involved with this, not really going to surprise me. I mean, you're talking a lot of money. One guy I saw who has to do with the hacking world, with Pokemon Go specifically, has a patron page with 3,000 patrons, paying monthly between $2 and $25 a month. That isn't a lot of money. I only have, for our whole website, or I should say YouTube channel with Patreon, we have 2 patrons. And while I appreciate those 2 people, 2 compared to 3,000. And on a side note, you can find our Patreon link down below in the description. So also, reports come out lately that shows that the numbers with the 68 million monthly players, that 1 in 3 players are cheating. So what that means is that if you're in a group of 6 players, you're going around and you're, you know, doing gym battles and whatever else it might be, most likely at least 2 of you in that group, they're cheating. Might not be telling you, closet cheaters or whatnot, but they're cheating, so keep an eye out. Most likely the one who's complaining the most is cheating. Alright, so I'm going to state a couple of things that you might agree with, you might not agree with, but you really can't argue, I don't think. Number 1, if they get rid of all cheating and hacking, a whole ton of people, possibly half, will not play the game. Number 2, Niantic doesn't care, and I'm going to tell you why. Because cheaters don't pay for things. Niantic's bottom line won't change in the least. In fact, it might actually improve. Cheaters don't buy Pokeballs, they don't buy anything. The only thing they really probably would buy, maybe, is lucky eggs and maybe incubators if they really cared that much, but for the most part, especially the bot users, they're not doing anything. Not to mention the fact, I don't understand the bot users in the first place. What is the point of playing the game? You're not actually playing the game. Alright, so earlier in the video I said that I'm not okay with hacking or cheating with the game, except for in one specific issue, and that's what I'm going to get to now, and I'm going to play a little bit of a devil's advocate. You might agree with me, you might. So now, my personal self, I have 2 relatives who are stuck in a wheelchair. Now, I know you're going to say I'm going with this, and you're right. They can't really play the game normally, so they do use the GPS hack in order to actually play the game, because they grew up playing the game, and they enjoy it. It gets them out of the house, but they can't exactly go everywhere most other people can go. So with that being said, they do use the hack. Can I complain about it? Absolutely not. Now listen, if they had the use of both their legs and they were able to walk around and actually use that, you know, the real game, okay, fine. I can't really complain too much. But that's just the way it is. That's the way of the world these days. It's not like you get a doctor's note and give it to Niantic and say, hey, can I please just use the hack? So it's kind of a double-edged sword, and it can only be one way or the other way. So I guess they're not playing Pokemon Go. Not to mention the fact that sometimes you kind of think with the riots in the streets over the hacking and everything you see in the comments sometimes, I'm afraid one day they're going to be going down the street and someone's going to kick them over in their wheelchair because they're hacking the game. All right, I might have gone a bit far there, but you get my point. Now, with all this, getting rid of all the hacks and everything that they're doing right now, who does it really help? Honestly, besides stopping the street riots of supposed legitimate players, which, yeah, most of you I don't believe, it doesn't help anyone. Pretty much just Niantic, really, since it's a less of a load on their servers. They'll probably make more money off of it, and they don't have to hear all the problems, because the other thing is they have so many people, their infrastructure with their servers just is not designed for it. Even after all the problems that they had at the beginning when they first started, they still really haven't fixed it. That's why we already had all those problems with the grass event. Their infrastructure is crap. So they got to take some of that money, trade in a couple of Bentleys, fix stuff up, and then it wouldn't be a problem. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave me down, in the comments. Let me know, what do you think, honestly, of hacking? And be honest. If you hack, okay, say it. If you don't hack, then say it. But be honest for me. Anyway, guys, catch you guys next time.